Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another upload of It's a Dyer Thing. Rob here, and we are on the Jeep. So today is Sunday, and it's a rainy day, so we can't really get out on the bikes. So I decided, you know what? Let's, with a couple of buddies, go out for a little Sunday drive, and that's what we are doing. So this is the Boundary Road Trail. So we got a couple of little trails that we're going to be hitting here. So we're going to be going over to the Boundary, and then we'll do a bit of Durham, and then we'll hit Dranoel, and then some Bailey Duff, and head back to the Toronto region. So here you go, guys. We are driving the Jeep on a Sunday, fun day, trail day. So yeah, I'm kind of going in between the two cameras here, so depending on what shots that I'm going to get. So basically this is just the entry into Boundary Road. It's nothing too spectacular, nothing too technical. Most cars can actually even do it. There's a couple of little maybe washouts and some wet spots, especially if we're coming here on a nice rainy day. Normally this is very sandy, so at least for that it's nice. We're not going to get dusted up today, but we're just kind of taking it a nice easy day. I'm not even going to air down for the most part, but there is a couple little trails that we can kind of go through. So as we are going through, I will name them out, and then this way I'll also put the link down to my video, as I'm also recording the trail, which you can then download through the Gia app maps, and you can kind of follow along the different routes that I do, and I do share them publicly. So whether if you want to do this one or you want to do any of them, they're very simple to download onto your mobile device, and then you can kind of just keep trekking on through with a guide me. So there you have it, guys. Let's go, and I will post as we kind of go along. So now we're still on the Boundary Road, and now we've gotten out from the Raglan Pit area. Again, just for all you guys, the Raglan Pit is a no-go zone, so do not even attempt to go in there. It is private property, where this is actually a road, and it allows you to go on it. So as long as you are a blue plate or a street legal vehicle, you can come out and ride this road. But just don't be going in the trails, or you can run into a risk of getting yourself into some trouble. Same for the Raglan Pits. It's absolutely tempting to go play in the Raglan Pits, but again, that's a private property, and it can get you into some trouble. Looks like actually, as I'm driving on this, I was here just a couple of weeks ago on bike, and it definitely looks like a grater has been through here, because there's no more ruts, there's no more nonsense. So grater's been through here. Why do I say that? Is because this turns into a snowmobile trail come winter time. So looks like they're definitely getting it ready.
North side of Boundary Road.
Come again?
We can do the north side of Boundary Road too.
Yeah, we'll do Byers Road on our way back. It's part of the loop on the way back.
Okay.
You can see that the grader has actually been through here, because it's really flat now.
Yeah, totally. Maybe getting ready for snowmobiling.
Don't say that word.
I know, right?
I hate snowmobiling.
Riding season's coming to an end.
Oh. So this is coming up to the first obstacle here on Boundary Road, but I mean, it has been such a dry season. There's actually no water here. Like normally, this is kind of like a washout water. I mean, it is normally filled with water, but there's actually nothing here. So very simple. As you can see, John, we haven't had any rain or any water this year. Like, this is normally super wet, and it's been dry as a bone.
Yeah, it's very surprising.
So it was around back in May, probably mid-May or end of May, there was this massive storm that came rolling through the southern central Ontario region. So a lot of forestry and a lot of trails, a lot of woods, houses, and many places actually was kind of subject to the destruction of a violent storm There was even some speculation of a couple of tornadoes had touched down and stuff like that, but it all kind of went through one wide channel from west to east. So it started all the way west of Toronto region and even further than that, and made its path all the way up to the Ottawa Valley region. Why do I say that? Is because we are still faced with a lot of destruction in the trails. A lot of trees are down, a lot of trails are closed, impassable, just due to the fact that there's so much trees that are kind of blocking it off. Wow, it's so dry here. But it's yeah, it's been a tough year for this year for a lot of the off-road industry and stuff like that. And so anyways, we're coming up to the end of Boundary here, and then we're gonna head off. It's Boundary, but it's going to be past Burketon Station. Burketon Station is a tiny little town of Burketon, and there's a nice little restaurant in there, a bar and grill called Strack's. If you are ever in the area, I highly recommend that you stop there, as long as that you're not in a rush, because they are busy, they're understaffed like anybody else. So sometimes the waiting could take a little while, but for the most part, it's a lot of fun, great food, great ambiance. It's kind of like the outdoors feel, especially if you're coming in the summertime. Really cool, because you can kind of sit in a barn slash shed outdoor kind of patio bar thingy, right? So good food, man. They make some wicked breakfast. So if you're coming here in the morning until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they have what we refer to as an all-day breakfast, but they have what we know as haystacks. So that's a shredded potato with some onion and some spices, and then some cheese and mushrooms and all that grilled on the top. Oh, it is absolutely fantastic. So that's at Strack's Bar and Grill. Check them out. Like, look at the destruction through here, man. It's just absolutely horrible. Luckily enough, like I said, a lot of people, we were waiting on the federal government to come through and kind of clear off. I'm not sure how much they did, if they've started to. Again, they have to do a lot of training in order to be within the safety protocol of clearing trails and tree cutting and stuff like that. So most of their summer they spent training, where a lot of local people, I think they just kind of got tired and waiting, and being that this gets used by a lot of people and public, many of them have taken it upon themselves to go through with chainsaws and just clear up the trails themselves. So there's quite a bit of work that has been done. Not all of it has been done safely, unfortunately. So there are some parts, especially if you're running through here on a motorcycle, you always have to be very aware of your surroundings and of the environment that you're driving or riding through, because there are sometimes where we've come up close call and we've seen branches and cuttings that are sticking out over the trail, which could actually impale you if you're not careful, right? So again, when you're doing trails, regardless of what you're doing it with, always be very aware of your surrounding. So this is coming up to the end here of Boundary Road, the first portion of it. We're getting into Burketon, so we'll continue off, and that's going to take us into the Durham Region Forest, which will take us then to Sandy Hook, just over to the Ganaraska. So well, as you can see, the grader has really smoothed everything out. Normally these are quite ruddy and there's normally a good kind of like a washout down through this trail here. But yeah, it's definitely cleared up, and they're definitely getting ready for the snowmobile season, that's for sure. So interesting. I didn't expect them to do it this quite early, but maybe they're expecting for an early snowfall. Interesting. So here is Sandy Hook, which goes onto Sandy Hook Road. This is part of the Durham region. You'll see just up here, there's a lot of logging going on. So like that, what I just went through there is normally like caked up with mud and water. It is so dry this year. Oh, see, the grader hasn't gone through here. Interesting. Interesting. So here we go, man. We're starting in through the logging area, as you can see. But this, again, a lot of this destruction and a lot of this mess is because of that forest. And that, well, the forest is like this because of that storm, right? A lot of trees were down, as you can see everywhere here. It's just horrific. It looks like a war zone, right? So logging companies and people have been through here, and they're getting everything all chopped up and cleared out. So I don't expect a snowmobile trail to run through here this winter, because it's just too dangerous on each side of the trail. If one loses control and yeah, loses control of their sled and kind of goes through this, they're gonna be in for a bit of trouble with all the branches and everything sticking out, right? So but you can clearly see there's some serious work that's happened here. All right, so now we're coming up to a nice little fire access road called Dranoel. So that's just north side of the Ganaraska region, and this is slowly trekking us up into the Omimi region. So this is a fun little trail here. So it's got some normally some mud and water crossings and a nice little descent. Yep. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, I just got to take a pee-pee break.
Holy shit, man.
Drinking lots of coffee, man. So this is where you're going to test a little bit of your off-roading experience on this road, at least.
Yeah, keep it simple. Keep it light.
Yeah, because normally with the bikes, we always do the bypass, right? So.
Is that a log?
Yeah. Yes, but we can go around it. You'll be fine with that, no problem.
And car into VTM 4 lock. Sideways.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of water crossing there for you. stick all the way to your right there, John.
That looked a little deep.
Oh, you went through it already. Jeez, okay. I know you're getting up to your rocker there.
I was getting worried.
There you have it, man. It's at least we're getting back into some more fun here, right? So let's keep trekking, man. So unfortunately, you guys missed some of the section as we're coming down there. It's had quite a big few washouts, but that's what the Dranoel is known for, is a descent hill with a lot of what we call baby head rocks. So they're nice little round rocks. On a bike can be tricky because they're slippery. At least in a Jeep or something like that is a whole lot easier. But there is some quite hefty duty washouts. You'll be able to see on the other video here with a pop-up screen showing you exactly kind of the things that we roll over, just to make sure. Actually, I'm going to put my front camera on. Here we go. So we got a couple of another washouts. So just take your time over on this washout here, because there is a descent for you, okay?
Okay.
So I got myself now into four-wheel drive, low, just so I can take my time. Basically what you want to do is just kind of hover over the washout and not get into it. Not that I mean, these are not much of a washout, but I mean, still, you don't want to puncture a tire, especially like John with his Pilot and stuff like that. So we just take our time, nice and easy. There we go. And that's, for the most part, there you go, that's Dranoel. So there's a little bit of mud, a little bit of water, some not super deep, but still quite fun. And then some descents of rocks and the sense of adventure. So none of us have done this road yet. This is the first time that we're trying this, so I'm not sure where we're going to be at, okay?
Okay.
So there you go. Road not maintained, use at your own risk. It's not a very long trail, but again, we have no idea what to expect in here. So could be fun, could be crap. It depends really on the how much damage we have. Again, from that storm, it's kind of really messed everything up for everybody. Well, we're definitely going down. It's another pretty decent descent, but I mean, nothing hard. So no washouts, no muds, nothing yet. It's really rocky. But as we get closer to the bottom, we'll see what happens with where you get a lot of water buildup, right? So, but for the most part, it seems to be okay. And again, worst case scenario, the trails look at least wide enough that if we have to turn around, we can easily turn around. Well, so far so good, guys. I mean, we've done almost a kilometer on this trail, and there's a couple of logs that were through, but they were definitely cleared out, and they were cut quite some time ago, because you can see the overgrowth on the cut portion of the logs. A little bit of overgrown on each side here, but nothing too dramatic that could ruin the paint or anything of the Jeeps itself. So we just keep on trekking along and see where this takes us to. So far so good. It's definitely a nice little passable route here, even for the bikes, actually. I've never done this trail before, and you know what, it's definitely going to be one for the list. Now this is another little trail called Wild Turkey Road, I think it is. or Turkey Road, something of the turkey. Perfect time for Thanksgiving turkey. So this one here is the first time again for myself and any of us to do it. But I did hear some people that just were on here and said it's an okay trail. So hopefully everything that means, and it's completely passable here. So Wild Turkey Road as we're trekking back to the West Toronto region now.
Oh, that's perfect. At least we know that we can get through then.
You can use the trees as like a car washy thingy, mo bobber.
Yeah, sure, with a lot of pinstriping.
Well, at least thankful that it's wet, because it helps for the leaves to slide across, but definitely not one of the most favorite trails here for a vehicle, other than maybe a bike. I'd do it on a bike, no problem. But anyways, it seems to be like this for a little bit, and then we'll be getting closer and closer back to the Oshawa and trail region. So we're coming up to the end here of the Wild Turkey Road. And then now it branches off onto, and I think it's, I can't remember if it's Waite or something along those lines.
Getting one of those battery operated chainsaws.
Yeah, I've been collecting all sorts of Ryobi products, and I got to take a look. Actually, I was just about to look at that this morning before I left. I wanted to see if they make some kind of like a Ryobi electric chainsaw, because that would be really good to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as I was saying, we're just about to do a right turn onto another trail.
Yeah, Princess Auto, no?
No, Ryobi is through Home Depot, I think, right?
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, like, just getting a battery operated chainsaw from Princess Auto.
Oh yeah, I asked, but Sage didn't seem to think that they had anything. Most of their stuff is not battery operated, but plug and play, right? So or wired, and yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, for sure. Although, you know what, we can probably, I don't know if it would be strong enough. You know, like, even my Honda Pilot has a 110 volt socket.
Yeah, I have one of those too, and I tried to use, I can't remember what it was I tried to use the other day. It's not enough to, it's really only designed for like a laptop. Nothing like you could use a kettle or anything like that. It just, they're not strong enough for that. Yeah, I remember now what it was, is I went over to Lowe's and I went to go pick up a fan, just a little desktop fan that has a 3-speed motor. So that's really nothing. To put it on the first speed, it was okay, but the second you put it onto second or third, there just wasn't enough power to turn the fan motor around.
Oh, that's crazy. That's pathetic.
Yeah, so like that's a fan. Like there's nothing in there, right?
Yeah, totally.
All right, so now we're going to get back onto the road for a little bit here and then trek on, and we're going to get over to Byers Road, and that's where we're going to kind of end up with the trail finishing. So let's head on over to Byers and we'll take it from there, guys. All right, so this is now the last little trek. This is Byers Road. As you can see yourselves, the trail, or this road, I guess you want to call it, has been graded down again with the I guess, I don't know what they call it, the graders. There are graders, like a big tractor with that big massive blade in between the 6 wheels. Again, this part come wintertime turns into a snowmobile trail, because the Port Perry Snowmobile Club is just up ahead by a couple of kilometers. Normally this is all rutted out and full of water and stuff like that. As you can see, dry summer, and the grader coming through is kind of got rid of that, but there is a couple of water mud crossings up ahead, so hopefully even though the grader's been there, it still gives us something just to kind of exercise our 4-wheel drives, because I've been in 2-wheel drive for the most part of it. So anyways, this is Byers Road up in the Port Perry region here, so just north of Oshawa and Ragland and all that, right? So Nice little place to play, you know, a great little loop that we just did. That was a 163 kilometer loop. And again, just something fairly simple, something intermediate or basic entry-level jeeping, off-roading experiences for those who want to kind of mess around and play. So yeah, here, let's take a look. And like, this is normally a big massive soupy mess, and it's like bone dry this year, really bone dry. But I know there's a water crossing up there, and I'm sure hopefully not a water crossing but a puddle anyways. Hopefully we'll get to kind of go and play in that. And even this, like, see these big ruts, they're normally filled up with water. So what a disappointment. Well, we'll see. Let's keep going. At least with the rain today that has been here, it's kind of kept everything dry, so that's better for the air filters. At least they don't get gunked up with sand, because this is all sand. But what a beautiful little forest thing. I mean, not bad considering it's only a hop, skip, and a jump from Toronto downtown. It really doesn't take that long to get here, and you know, you don't have to go miles and miles and miles just to be able to kind of get out and play a little bit. So this is definitely fun. Oh, here we go. First, nope, not even. Jeez, not even. All right, well, we'll get through it. Wow, what disappointment. I know there's a crossing up here, a bit of something to splash up in the mud. If I go into that and I just roll, and now I can put into this. All right, here we go. This is a bit of a crossing. Shall we do it? Yeah. Wait, I want to get a video of these guys. Wait. You, John, can either take the bypass or come sideways or go in the middle high section. Ooh, it's stinky. Yeah, keep turning. Driver's side. Okay, go. There you go. That was simple. Too easy, right?
All-wheel drive.
There you go, man. That works.
This one was easier than the last one.
Yeah, I know that the Dranoel, that was fun, eh? Where everybody's kind of like, yeah. That's awesome. I know there's another section up here too. So there you have it. Let's get back in and keep going. Oh, my phone. There we go. All right, well, that first little mud section was okay. Not too bad. Ugh. Well, at least we got rain for the next couple of days, so that's going to help just kind of wash it off there. So for the most part, we'll be okay. Look at these deep ruts, eh? Wow, there we go. We got a long crossing of mud right here, so Yeah, do I do it? Do we even try? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go halfway. Yeah, I didn't want to. Again, I'm not sure about my. Let's get some video on this. Back it up. Back it up some more. Okay, driver side. Good. Half and half. Passenger. Come. Passenger. Okay. Straight through. Okay. Good. Oh! Try to get up. You're good, you're good. You're fine. Straight, straight. Passenger. Go. There you go. John, left side. Come up here, all the way, hook. Slowly. Watch your mirror. Okay. Straight. Okay, you're good. Yeah, I just don't want you to slide in, right? Watch this tree here, okay? Go slowly. Up, up. Okay, you're in. There we go. Good job, guys. This is the last little mud puddle crossing, which there's nothing there because there's that one there normally, right? And that's normally full, but whatever. That's it. We're done. The end of Byers Road. And now we just got a little climb up here, and then we're heading out into the field where there's all these what is it, the solar panel farms. So we're coming up to the end of Byers Road here, and then that's it, pretty much done for the day. So again, we all thank you very much for tagging along here, and the trails listing and the link to the trails that we've just done is again down below. Feel free to follow along. Do hit the comment, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button. Most of the channel is about the bike stuff, but we are now getting into the off season, so we'll hopefully get a little bit more Jeep things going on before the snow hits, and then technically we are no longer allowed on the trails here. We do have to kind of, you know, be respectful and give the time for the off-roader guys to go and play as well. So till next time, y'all be good, be safe, you have fun, and for the bikers out there, keep it covered. All right.